Hey everyone. I have tried to film this a few times. It's really hard. My dad would have been 70 today. I'm trying hard not to be too sad because I know that he would be angry if I were, but I miss him so much. Oh, and I miss this smile so much. I think of I remember celebrating his birthday before he was diagnosed in March, and we went to Eastside Mario's and then came back to the house with Grandma and Grandpa. And I think Jay and Deb were there, and Mom obviously and me, and we had ice cream cake. And on the ice cream cake it said had a little Superman symbol and happy birthday dad on it. To my hero. And I didn't know then, only a few weeks later, he would literally turn into a Superman who dealt with such a shitty hand with grace and dignity. And he did his best to make us feel better about him being sick. And my dad and I, when I worked at the hospital and he worked for the city, we had sort of the same schedule. So on night shift, I would always call him just after midnight. And we would chat or whatnot. And then when he got sick and couldn't work, we would sit in the living room at night and just talk about nothing or watch TV or whatnot. We never really talked about death and that kind of stuff. And it brings me back to when my Nana passed away, and we went to visit her in July, and she passed away in August. And we had a chat about death, and I was young, I was 16. And she said that it wasn't the death that she was afraid of, it was the dying part. I think that's how my dad felt too, but we just never talked about it. And I think it was because I didn't think there was only that amount of time left. He was diagnosed in March and he passed away in July. It just wasn't enough time. And to think that he would have been 70 and him and my mom probably would have went away, and I don't know, and I think on the days where I don't feel well or I just want to lay in bed and cry like I've been doing today. I think that he would be like, "What are you doing? Get out of bed. Get on with your life. Do what you can with what you have." And I have to keep remembering that because he was so strong and so brave, and right up until the last part, he would have been 70, and he accomplished so much in his life. I don't talk too much about my dad on here, but he came from nothing, literal nothing, and we grew up so poor. But then I didn't know that because my life was so happy with my parents and the relationship that I was able to form with my dad during that last year, because I had moved out of the house. I was living, with roommates. And then I moved back in 2006, and then he passed away in 2007. And I'm so grateful for that last year that I had with him. I'm so glad that the stars aligned, and I just moved home back home for my own support, and um, my dad was an amazing man. Amazing. Like I said, he came from nothing, and he managed to move here from Nova Scotia with my mom and get a job at the water treatment plant and work his way up from, worker to management to supervisor. And everybody loved him, and they have like a plaque for him at his work that I really need to go down and see and maybe put some flowers on, because it was really nice of them to do that. Everybody really loved him. I remember a bunch of his buddies from work, and some of his buddies came over when he was sick, and we'd have people pop by often, and they brought him lobsters and beer. And it's such a nice memory, like I miss him so much, and that's why I think that's why I've been staying with my mom for this period of time, because like, the last little while, not just because I was sick and needed help, but because like I don't want to have any regrets that I didn't spend time with her. When this time is just hard for everybody. Like, COVID is still going on. We're still in a pandemic. I can't see my grandma right now because there's people in her building with COVID. And I can't risk going there because it's literally like right across the hall from her room. And like, there's just no way for me to safely visit her. I miss her. And she's 93. My dad was only 55 when he passed away. 55, like I'm 41. That's not that far from now. Like, to only think that you only have that much time left. Like, his mom passed away when she was young. She was 65. My dad was 55. Don't take anything for granted. Not your health, your loves, your life, your happiness, your strength. Oh God, don't take your family for granted, please. I wish I could follow my own advice that I'm about to say, but like if you have somebody that you need to like talk to that you haven't talked to for a really long time, or hash things out, or just forget about the past and move on. Like, happy birthday, Dad.